our channel. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Nikki, and we're the Stitch Sisters.
Today we are bringing you 3 or possibly 4.
Maybe 4.
We're not
sure yet.
We're not sure yet. But we asked some of you in a previous video if you'd be interested in seeing our autumn plans. These are the things that we plan to sew for our autumn wardrobes.
Yes.
And many of you said, yes, we do. So we thought what we would do is film some quick videos to tell you what our plans are. The problem is we know they're not going to be quick.
No.
And we've both got 9 things each.
Yeah, that's at least an hour and a half. So
Yeah.
we're going to split it into smaller chunks for you.
We are. So we think what we'll do is we'll do sort of jackets and coats, we'll do dresses in a separate one, we'll do separates in a separate one.
Yes.
separates. So one with like trousers and tops and skirts.
Yes.
And but it might end up being more than that. But anyway,
Yeah,
you are watching the first one.
Yay!
And in this first one, we're going to talk all about our coats and jacket plans.
Oh.
But before we get into that, if you haven't already, if you just have a look at that little red box down there that says subscribe.
That one
just
down
do
there?
that. That's my click noise. It sounds like a duck.
Genius.
Make a duck noise or click the red button and then you'll be subscribed to our channel.
And give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Yes, absolutely. So without further ado, we say that a lot, don't we?
We do.
Without further ado, it sounds like we should have a fanfare.
Let's do some coats and jackets.
Let's do it.
But I think it's been a really interesting thing to do. I spent a couple of hours last night thinking what I wanted, looking through inspiration pictures, trying to find patterns, trying to find fabric, and it's made me really excited. So yeah, I'm happy. We're happy to share that with you guys.
Yeah, and it's a good kick up the bum for us, isn't it? Because we talk about this stuff a lot. We have all sorts of ideas floating around our heads, but actually knowing that we're making a video meant that we had to make a definitive list. Actually make proper plans, and we feel like it kind of ties us in now, not in a strict nasty way, only if we want to.
Absolutely.
We're not committing. This is not us signing our name in blood to say that we will make everything that we mention in this video.
We'd like to. It just depends if we've got enough time.
Exactly, but that's why it's called plans.
And autumn, winter,
because best laid plans and all that.
We are at the very beginning of it. It doesn't mean that we have to have everything made by the end of October. Yes. Because autumn, winter goes all the way through to March, Easter time.
It does. And let's start with blazers, because we've both got plans for blazers.
Yes.
So you may have seen, if you follow me on Instagram, that I made a blazer a couple of weeks ago, and it was
your tartan one.
I did, yes, and that's a muslin. Really, that was my test to see if I loved it and if I wanted to make more, and I do want to make more. For
and it was a pattern that I had got in the pattern swap.
It was,
which was just pure coincidence. So recently I'd taken part in that and got that pattern thinking it would be a perfect oversized coat.
Yeah, this is typical of me. I had a Saturday where I didn't have any plans and I knew I wanted to sew, and so I didn't want to sew anything that I felt like I should sew. I didn't want to sew anything that we'd committed to sewing for vlogs or anything like that, or for the school. I just wanted to sew something fun that was for me. Yeah. So I decided I was going to make a blazer, and I had this tartan fabric in my stash left over from when we did the Jennifer Lauren dress.
Yes.
Is it the afternoon?
The afternoon dress, that's right.
There's a video for that, so we'll pop a link. And I had loads left because it was over shipped by about 3 meters. Thank you, whoever that was. Can't remember now. And so I earmarked that, and then I looked through all of my fabrics and my patterns, and I didn't have any. I found a pattern online, but we were out of ink in the printer. So I came and had an emergency look through Nikki's patterns, and I found Vogue V8841, which is actually a coat.
Yes.
But I thought the proportions were right.
It looks like an 80s, 90s pattern or something.
Yeah, it does.
An old one.
Yeah. But it was perfect. It turned out perfectly. I love how oversized it is. I'm not sure if it's a tiny bit long in the hip. I might need to shorten it slightly because I'd like it to sort of hit the top of my thigh, really. Yes. And it does go a little bit past that, so I might go shorter on the next one. But what I was aiming for, which is going to be really waffly, warn you now. What I was aiming for is a Prince of Wales check blazer. Yes. So I'll insert a picture here of kind of my inspiration pic. I think this is one of those inspiration pics where we've both used the same
picture. Although I've got a different one as well.
Yes. So, but I love the way she styled it with casual tee, jeans, and some hot blue boots. I just think it's really cool. I'm thinking maybe leopard print on the boots, but you know I love an upcycled t-shirt. Yeah. So I'm just loving that whole casual look that's been sort of spruced up with a blazer. blazer and some heels.
Yes.
So that's what I want to recreate. And I found the perfect fabric for mine.
Excellent.
So here, it's a larger check than the Prince of Wales that I originally wanted. It's got some red running through it. So it's kind of on trend with the big checks that are going on at the moment.
And from the Textile Centre?
From the Textile Centre, I think it's just $2.99 a metre. It is polyester, but I've got so many things to make, I can't afford the good stuff, so that will have to do.
Yeah, lovely. And I was inspired, I've got another inspiration pick, which is a Selfridges jacket. It's actually a suit, I think, Stella McCartney. So it found it on Selfridges, and I loved the colour blocking on it for one
gorgeous,
thing. I think it has got a belt around it, but you can see that oversized shape, you can see the big pockets, you can see how roomy it is on the sleeves and everything. And I just thought that kind of thing, it would be perfect for me as well. So I may actually use the same pattern because clearly Rachel's already cut it out for me. So I'm quite happy to do that. But
I could do you a welt pocket piece if you wanted to recreate the Stella one exactly.
Absolutely.
And save yourself £1,180.
In
what world can people afford to buy these things?
It's mental. So the other pattern that I found that I was considering was the Amsterdam jacket by Orangeuse Patterns. And I've made their Berlin skirt, and I like their patterns. I think they're really modern, they're really clean, and so I liked that one. So take a look at that. I'll insert a little picture. And the fabric I found was from Fabworks.
Oh, lovely.
And it's called the Italian Job. So I'll link to that downstairs. I'm just going to keep saying that.
Just saying downstairs means in the description box. That's what we mean. But we'll say downstairs.
I'm just crazy. But it's grey with a big check on it as well, but all shades of grey.
Yeah.
And the other thing is I
50. Are there 50?
No, 23. 23 shades of grey. The other thing is I've got fabric in my stash.
Yeah.
I've got wool coating in my stash.
You do for that blazer ages ago.
So that's a check that I've already got. Plus I bought some stuff from Fabworks when they had their sale on in the summer of their coatings. So although I've picked a fabric, it may end up, I might make a couple, I might just make one out of my stash fabric, and use up what I've got.
All the checks.
All the checks, all the time.
In fact, you saying that has reminded me that my original blazer plans were actually for some mustard suiting that I have in my stash, which I haven't brought out to show you. But that may well be a blazer too, because that was the original plan. In all the checks, I totally forgot about it.
I got excited. Right, so that's number one. That's the first one.
Excellent. What else do we want to do that's the same?
Shall we do the poncho?
Okay, yes, lovely.
So ponchos, I found a picture, so I'll insert my inspiration picture here, of this beautiful oversized cardigan kind of poncho that looks like it's made out of some type kind of Aztec blanket. And I just immediately wanted to be wrapped in it and then hibernate for the entire winter. So I'm trying to recreate that. And there are lots of Aztec prints around this season, so there's bang on trend, and they are filtering through to the fabric shops as well.
They are. I just think they're such a good layering piece for when it's not quite cold enough for a jacket, or you want to wear a lighter jacket, like a denim or a leather jacket. You don't want to wear a full coat, but chucking that on over the top, it gives you that warmth. But then if it's changeable in autumn a lot of the time, if the sun suddenly comes out, then you can take off your poncho and you're not too hot.
But it's casual, so that's what I'm liking. This is for the casual days where I'm just spending most of the day at home, and I've got to go do shopping, I've got to take the kids here, there and everywhere. It's free and easy just to push it on without thinking too much about the rest of the outfit. And if you've just got jeans on or a pair of cargo pants or something like that, it'll go with all of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was my inspiration.
Yeah, my inspiration pick is from I think it was New York Fashion Week, and it's just a few different runway shots. I just love the colours. I love the really earthy tones.
Yes.
Makes me kind of want to grab some panpipes and a sombrero, but
please don't do that.
And stroke a llama, but instead I'll just pair it with some really cool shoes and what you will. Yes,
Rachel's off stroking her llama
I'm stroking my llama in my sombrero. It's just an average Wednesday.
You see what I have to put up with?
Sorry.
Anyway,
Yes.
It's back. I'm just stroking llamas in my head completely.
So in reality, the pattern, there is no pattern. We're going to invent one.
We're going to hack it.
It will just be a rectangle where we measure a neck opening and we hem the edges and possibly add in some fringing, or at least for me, because if I'm going to stroke a llama, I need fringing.
It's essential for llama stroking.
It is, absolutely. But what we'll probably do is we'll put a DIY on the blog.
On the blog, yeah.
And then you guys will be able to follow along and make your own llama stroking blanket poncho.
That's the hashtag waiting to happen. So,
what, a llama stroking blanket poncho of dreams? Yes, I found some fabrics. I'll put up some pictures. These again all from the Textile Centre, which is a great place that I use when you want quick, cheap fabrics. They're offcuts from the fashion industry. They're really reasonably priced. And if you're making kind of, I guess, very trendy items that you're not convinced you're going to be wearing for a long period of time, then I would rather pay those kind of prices. If I'm making something quality that I know is a key piece, and some of my autumn makes are key pieces, they're things that I will get out each year, then I'd rather spend more money on making them much better quality. But if it's just a quick, simple, cheap one, then Textile Centre is great for that. So there's 3 different fabrics here that I'll flash up. One is kind of earthy tones, so it's definitely the llama stroking ponchos, sombrero variety, and then there's this red and grey one that's really nice, which is more of a knit fabric, and it's got sort of little eyelash bits on it, you know, so it's very soft and strokeable. And then the final one, which is black and white, which is actually a coating, but I think that would be quite nice to literally, I think it's double-sided. It's one of those where the pattern is black and white, predominantly white on one side, predominantly black on the other. So that's nice for ponchos because you're going to be flashing the inside of your poncho as you're moving. So
I might use a blanket.
Oh, perfect.
So I might go and have a look
at Anthropology.
Well,
cut up one of the
planning on spending Primark. That's what I was thinking. Wasn't planning on spending Anthropology prices, but that's what I was thinking, because I'm sure Primark had big blankets that were big enough, and that kind of print. So I'm going to look there first and see what I can find.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Literally making a blanket.
Fantastic. We love it.
Right. So my coat, and even though I've already made a couple of coats this winter, there is still one shape that's missing out of my wardrobe, and it's kind of a little bit like a trench, but of a simpler variety. It's basically a single-breasted, long, straight line, very simple coat. And I'll pop up a couple of inspiration pictures. This first one with the yellow trainers, I want to just recreate the whole outfit,
and you would totally rock it as well.
So the yellow trainers, the wide leg trousers, the little roll neck,
even the bag with the eyes.
Yes, the bag with the eyes, the shades, and that shape of coat. So it looks like a single-breasted coat, very simple. That one's in a check, and there's another couple that I'll pop in. There's a pink one and there's a pale grey one as well. So I'm looking, this is more of a day-to-day coat. This is, again, it's another chuck it on and do my chores and do things that I need to do. I don't have I may have a pattern in my stash, but I've not actually looked yet for any ones, but I have found the Avid Seamstress, the coat.
The coat. Yes,
that
does look awesome.
Would be perfect. And as some of you may know, I love the Avid Seamstress patterns. They are just beautifully made, and she does them really fantastically. So I think I might just go ahead and get that and get some fabric.
Although, can I just point out that the one we used for the blazer, the Vogue V8841, which is supposed to be a full-length coat, would also work really well.
Coat as well. So, and the pattern's cut out for me. What am I going to do? It's a nightmare.
You can decide. She'll buy the Avid Seamstress one anyway, because it's just an excuse.
And I've found a couple of, I was looking for fabrics that were very simple. So I was looking for pale greys, I was looking for pale pinks, and I found some Minerva fabric, some heavy wool blend tweed, which is, it says it's dress fabric, but it looks like a thin coat, it says heavy. So it's a coat fabric, and I liked that one. And then the next one was this really pale pink melange, which I thought would be really lovely as a coat as well. They have that in different colours. This polyester and wool herringbone, and it looks really lovely. And then the third one that I found was this is my expensive option. So this is Raystitch, and it's £15 for half a metre. But it is London Cloth Company,
gorgeous.
and they've got these exclusive fabrics which they're selling from the London Cloth Company, and they just look divine.
It does look beautiful. Really
so if I
lovely.
really want to treat myself, it might be that. And I love Raystitch's fabrics, so you can see the kind of vibe that I'm looking for. I don't mind a slight mottling on the fabric. I don't mind a small herringbone, but nothing too fancy. Just a plain and simple everyday coat, and that's what I want to make.
Well, I think with something as timeless as that, it is worth making an investment piece. So I know I was saying in previous episodes, or possibly earlier on in this video, because we're not sure what order we've opened in, then I like to, if it's a very sort of trendy, quick, fast fashion item, then I prefer to just buy a cheaper fabric. But if it's a key piece of my wardrobe, it's something that I think I'm going to wear next year or the year after, then it's worth investing in some quality fabric.
And I think that's a basic shape for a coat. I don't think it's anything that's going to age at all.
No, it's not.
So I think,
but also it is the sort of design where you can't have too many. So you could always do a wearable toile in a fabric that's cheaper, and then invest in the expensive fabric once you've tweaked the pattern and you know it's exactly what you want. And then you get 2 coats.
So I get a pale grey one and a baby pink one.
I think that's the way to go. So from the subtleties of soft greys and pale pinks to my coat plans, which you might have seen on Instagram, which are a little bit louder.
Is it a little bit louder by any chance?
I am making a zebra coat.
Of course she is.
Full on zebra wool coat. It is not subtle in the slightest.
It's glorious.
It is very, very lovely.
Yes.
So this fabric also came from the Textile Centre.
Are you advertising for the Textile Centre by any chance?
No.
We should be.
We should be. And to be fair, at their prices, I don't think they could afford to have anyone advertise for them. But it's
but they are awesome.
They are awesome, yes. And basically, we bought the fabric just to do another wearable muslin for our coat making class.
Yeah.
And I just have loved it a lot more than I expected to. And what I've decided to do is, because I'm trying to also create that oversized silhouette that Nikki likes, I want it to be longer and I want it to be bigger and oversized. But rather than start with a new pattern, I just thought I would adapt our Stitch Sisters coat pattern. Yeah. So what I've done, if I put a picture up here, you can see that when the coat is worn open, it has kind of a slanted edge front, and that's so it creates this asymmetrical sort of wrap over at the front. But I decided I wanted to straighten all that out. So instead of the front edge being at that angle, I've straightened it up completely and then made it a right angle at the bottom of the hem. I've also added 10 inches to the length, so it's really long, and I've sized up to a large as well. So
we've both done it, because I've made one. Mine isn't zebra, mine is a black and white marl.
Well, yours is a grey fluffy coat in that style, but as soon as you just spent ages telling us about this new one you wanted to make, then I'm just assuming that one's not past the Nikki test.
No, it has, but they're different. This I want one with a proper collar.
Yes.
And that our one has the big oversized collar and it's big cowl collar. I want something a bit toned down.
Okay, that's
simplified.
Fair enough.
Yes. I can have all the coats I want.
You can. We can both have all the coats. We're allowed to have as many coats as we like. There's no coat law.
No coat police.
1 coat per family. There's none of that. So yeah, I'll insert the picture that I put on Instagram if I haven't done already. I don't have any, I do have some inspiration pictures to show you. So this is where the original idea came from, which I totally forgot about. So this ridiculously awesome ensemble from Bottega Veneta, which is a very expensive Italian designer, is this zebra fur coat. Is only £3,000, so you can get a few.
Have one each.
Get a few, one in each colour. But I loved the proportions of it.
How many colours does zebra come in?
Oh, I don't know, as many as you want to dye it. So I love the proportions of it. I don't want it fur, and I don't want it in that sort of amber colour. But I love the oversized nature of it. So I want to kind of mix that with this one from Michael Kors, which is, I love the impact of the brilliant black and white zebra stripes.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more tailored. So basically I want those two zebras to have a baby and then produce my coats, which is oversized but black and white and not
gorgeous.
fur. And yeah.
So that's it. That's all the coats and jackets. And it's very clear that we love coats and jackets.
As if there was any doubt.
No doubt. And Zebra Coats of Dreams clearly is happening.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned to Instagram. We'll see all the pictures. We'll be back with another video. In fact, you've got 2 more to come. So go and check them out now and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.